Welcome to the People Connect podcast. Your network is your net worth. Are you ready to take your life to the next level? Be prepared to leap out of your comfort zone and connect with the who's who of what you want to do. Stop, drop, and roll as we start, market, and grow the CEO of you and your host, Nichelle Womack. She will help you engage, reinvent, motivate, and reactivate your plans for success.
Hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. Here I go again, still forget my days. Happy Tuesday to you. How are you? Welcome. I pray that you had a magnificent Tuesday, Testimony Tuesday. I pray that God has done some things in your life today. I pray that whatever was holding you back, that you have found a way through, above, around, beneath, wherever it is. I pray that you've been uplifted today with positivity. I pray that God has given you a new focus, a new insight in something that He has in store for you. I'm Nichelle with 2excelwithnichelle.com. I bring you inspiration, good tidings, motivation, encouragement to push you to that next level. I am your life transition strategist, your business strategist, and that person that's been in a relationship for 21 years. So I can tell you how and share with you how success is manifested in your life. So real quick here, because this is going to be a quick scope. I'm a little late. I did tell you guys that I will get on here every day between 3 and 5 p.m., but I got stuck in traffic. Sometimes life happens. You can't always keep a commitment, but then you still need to follow through. And that's what I'm doing right now, following through. So I wanted to share with you, in the title of my message, I said, there goes that Benjamin, something along those lines with a Benjamin. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what the Benjamin is. It's that lean green that will keep people upset, fighting, happy, sad, wherever it goes. That Benjamin is always the focus point of our life. And so on my Instagram feed, I posted, being wealthy is underrated. If you are interested in inspiration, motivation, and some guidance, some happiness, and things of that nature, connect with me on IG, Instagram, at Nichelle Womack. I'm also available on Twitter and Facebook at Nichelle Womack. So, hey, from Dubai, how are you? That is on my list of travel, so I'm glad that you are in here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to chat too long, but I love me some Dubai. I'll be there very soon. So, yes, you're good. Praise God. Glad to hear that. Yes, thank you for being here. So, let me go ahead and share with you talking about the Benjamin. So the Benjamin can get a lot of people in trouble. The Benjamin can get people in trouble from many different avenues and areas. Why? Because people put a lot of focus on the Benjamin. Not that it shouldn't necessarily be focus should be put on it, but we really need to put it in its place. You know, people misconstrue that word when we're talking about money. A lot of times people really say bad things about money. It's when you love money. Yes. I talk very fast. Well, you're going to have to keep up. When I come to Dubai, I might be talking fast too, but I really will respect your tradition and everything of that nature. But yeah, I do talk a little fast. You just got to learn how to keep up. Oh God, yes, that's true. So let me share with you in regards to that. When we're talking about the Benjamin, we really have to look at it and where we're focused in on that Benjamin. Like a Lamborghini, people buy Lamborghinis with Benjamins. Yes, they do. That's one thing of wealth that I was talking about when I said wealth is underrated. I don't know too many people that follow broke people. I don't know too many people that want to be broke. I don't know too many people that get glory and gratification out of broke. I don't know too many broke people that really do the things that they want to do. Now, I will tell you, after growing up in poverty, when you are broke, you find a way or make one. I will tell you that, because that's what my parents did. They found a way or they made one. They didn't make excuses for being broke, but they were always looking for opportunities that they can find wealth. Okay, they were always seeking opportunities that they can find wealth, because they knew being broke was just a temporary position. You know, a lot of times people say, well, people that are poor, no excuses. People that talk about people being poor. Now, I truly believe that I know one time I saw on TV that what is his name? I can't think of his name, but he stated that poverty was a condition that people choose to be in. I totally disagree with that. But I do believe that you have opportunities to get out of poverty. And really, I think it really starts with your mindset. So there are opportunities for you to do that, because a lot of us are born into impoverished areas. But most of the people that are born into impoverished areas, or a good percentage of them, or a lot of them, specific ones, they get out of that situation. And you have to have that mindset as well. So when I said being wealthy is underrated, because people really don't understand the magnitude of, if you have wealth, what you can do with it in your life and in the lives of others. Okay, there's a lot that you can do if you have the monetary means to do so. So one, you can get yourself out of any uncertain situation, out of debt and things of that nature. But if you don't have money, you're going to consistently be in debt, because you got to have money to pay for the things that you need. I don't know too many people that get through in life without having the means and resources that they need to help get them to that next level. Every day I drive by on the street, I see people that are homeless, that are hungry, that are standing on the street with a sign that says, "I will work for food." And so my question to you is, well, if you had wealth, how helpful could you be for that individual standing on the corner that has that sign sitting up saying, "I will work for food"? Okay, so if you are not in that situation, number one, you should thank God, be grateful and thankful. Hi, how you doing? And if you know someone in that situation, and if you have a little bit to spare, then maybe you should spare it, because to whom much is given, much is required. And for those that give, they receive. And so when we're talking about wealth being underrated, people put too much focus on being extremely wealthy and not doing anything with it. And so when you have it, you must share it, and you must deliver it to God's people. Now, I'm not saying going out there and giving all up your money and resources to people and things that don't particularly really deserve it. But how can we denote when someone deserves something that we have? It's really difficult to do that. How can you say someone on the corner, on the street, does not deserve what you have? Because see, as I mentioned earlier, just as quick as you get it, it can necessarily leave you as well. Your question is, why did you say poor people? Because poor people do exist. That's why I said that. Poor people do exist. Now, you have to go listen to the beginning of the scope if you didn't hear my whole message. But poor people do exist, just like wealthy people do exist. My point is, being wealthy is underrated, because everybody's desire is to take care of their family, to take care of themselves, to leave a legacy. Not everybody, but most people's mindset is set up that way. But when they see lack of resources, when they don't have the vision to help take them to that next level, then it becomes a state of mind. Now, as I mentioned, I was born in that poverty situation, but my parents, they found a way so that we went, and not just my parents, a lot of people that are born poor. When you look at a lot of the rich, wealthy people out there right now, most of them weren't born that way. They had the opportunity to build that and develop that. Now, you do have your select few that were born into wealth. Okay, they were born into wealth and they just took it. Some of them lost it. Some of them built upon it. But most people that are not in that situation. So why did it have to be poor? Can they just do things? Maybe why do it have to be poor? They just may have it, not have it at all. As I just mentioned to you, go back and listen to the beginning of the scope, because then you'll get clarity on what I'm saying. I posted on my IG page that being wealthy is underrated, for the simple fact that most people don't strive and do the things that they need to do to get them in a situation that they can handle what it is that they need and what they want. Okay, so there are certain situations in your life that you may get stuck in, get caught up in, that puts you in a situation where you have to really reorganize your life. And that's called bankruptcy, because we overspend. I've been there, so I can speak on that. When you're talking about when you get in that situation where you overspend. And so those moments are teachable moments. And so my question to those people all the time is, what are you going to do not to get back there again? Do I agree with I'm not going to go in there, because that's not even how will it affect the economy. The economy is already affected. Yes, I understand that in that way. Okay, great. The economy is already affected by any means. When you don't have the means to give people what they need to survive and make their lives better, I'm one of those kind of people. You have to always create opportunity for yourself. There should not be any dependence on any system or things of that nature. We shouldn't be dependent on stuff. So as long as you have dependence on things, you're going to consistently have a down down-sparrowed economy. Why? Because people depend on that for their existence, for their survival. You know, you have to be one of those mindsets that go out there and create and develop and make things happen so that not only you can change your life, but the lives of others. When you look at all the CEOs in the world, they didn't sit back and wait for people to bring things to them. They saw a problem, a need, an issue, and they went out there and built it, created and manifested it and made it possible so that people can come work for them, so that they don't have to be out there working for others. They can have people come work for them and change their lifestyle. I don't know. You have to go to another scope to learn that, because that's not what we're talking about today. So my message is, as I stated earlier, if there is something that you are short on in life, and most of the time, a lot of people, I've been there myself, short on finances to make ends meet. You know, you can't let that continue to hold you back, because people that have what it is that you want, you know, there's no need to take it. Go out there and earn it and get it, because the possibility is there. It just depends on if you are teachable and coachable, and if you are willing to learn what you don't know. And most of the time, people are not willing to learn what they don't know, because they don't teach us money in school. They teach us how to manage somebody else's money, but they don't necessarily teach you how to manage your money. And so with that understanding and that thought process, people go into debt. People don't understand how money can help you, because they're never taught the system of how to reduce. I didn't see that me because I had a call coming through there. But there are so many different ways. You know, I think the teachable moment for me when I found myself up under was to figure out how I got there, and to state that I never wanted to get there again. And so from that aspect, looking at principles, know that I was there when I was a kid and I got that situation. School loan, school debt will get you in that situation. How can you get more understanding and learning of how to make things better in your life? I think that's what it boils down to. And being wealthy is underrated, because the truth of the matter is, if you have more, you can do more. And that's the bottom line of it. The Bible says that there will be wealthy and there will be poor. There will be people that are wealthy and there will be people that are poor. And let's look at it this way, that wealthy mindset is based on increased knowledge. What can you do to multiply your ends? Versus that poor mindset of those people that lack the knowledge and they don't even want to be interested in getting the knowledge. And so the more knowledge that you have, the more capable of you are understanding that being wealthy is underrated. The less knowledge that you have, you don't like those people that have wealth. And you underestimate their capabilities. Well, everybody has the capability to go out there and make things happen and change their life. The question is, are you willing to use it? Are you willing to manifest in your life to create the things that you desire in your life? Because everybody's situation is different. Wealthy to you could be $25,000 a year, $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year. You have to really look at it and see what's important to you and what is it going to take? What is it going to require for you to achieve the goals in your life? You can connect with me daily on Instagram at Nichelle Womack. I'm also on Twitter and Facebook at Nichelle Womack, and here daily from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, unless I get caught in traffic or unless life happens. I will be here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. On the weekend, kind of varies. I got on last Sunday just because I didn't have anything else to do. And I'm like, let's get on Scope and talk to my friends. Which should I choose for my graduation, medicine or technology? Which is the best scope in the future? That's a great insight there, because either way you go, medicine or technology, you cannot go wrong. But I will tell you, medicine continues to advance. And so when you look at the advancement of diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and all of that, you're going to find a great opportunity there. But then technology as well, it consistently grow. I mean, look at us now. We're able to do live streaming. Technology is going to be on a consistent uprise as life continues. So you can't go wrong either way. I guess my question to you would be, what is your passion? Is it medicine or is it technology? What is your tolerance level? Do you have the tolerance to go through school all that time to learn medicine, or are you just interested in getting your life started right away? Because that will really be the deciding factor there. And then how much money you want to make. You know, no matter what degree you have, because I have several degrees, a BA, a MBA, a MA certification. I have licenses, several licenses. business. You love both. Well, then again, you got to figure out which one you're more passionate about, because a degree does not really denote how much money you're going to make. It's really up to you how much money you make. You can have as many degrees in the world. I know people, even right now, I'm earning a PhD degree. I know people that have PhD degrees that don't have a job, and they're not knowledgeable enough to go out there and create a job. They just say, oh, I have a PhD degree, and they're just waiting on somebody to call them and hire them. But as long as you wait on other people and you don't have action in your own system to know that you need to create something, if you can't find nothing, then you're going to keep on waiting. Yes, that's what I believe. Amen. Yes. So thank you so much for bringing that information in here and sharing and speaking, because I greatly appreciate people that are engaged, because I truly believe the only way that we can learn about each other, learn about different things, is to be engaged. You don't care about money? Well, if you don't care about money, then just do what you like to do. Money, I find if you focus in on money, those are the people right there. When you constantly focus in on money, it never comes. But if you're doing what you're passionate about, if you're doing what you care about, if you're doing what makes you happy, the things that really just set your soul on fire, then money will come to you. You don't have to focus in on it. That was my changing point in my life and in my business. When I stopped focusing on the money and started doing the things that I really, really was passionate about, as a real estate broker, helping people get into houses, changing lives, because some people really never thought that they can own a home. Most people come to me every day, and I'm just going to be honest with you. The first thing they say to me is, I want to rent a home. I want to rent a house. Have you ever thought about buying one? Most people don't think like that because they're used to the consumption aspect as opposed to the ownership. You want to do something for human and society. There's so many things out there to do. You can't go wrong, as I stated again, in medicine or technology, doing something for the human aspect, the society aspect, because there's always something to change, to develop, to create, and to make better. It's always on the uprise. So yes. Again, I'm Nichelle. You can connect with me daily here on Periscope, as well as IG at Nichelle Womack, Twitter at Nichelle Womack, and Facebook at Nichelle Womack. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you for coming in and tapping that screen and sharing the love, sharing this message. Be blessed and highly favored in everything that you do. I greatly appreciate the engagement as well. Take care, and blessings and peace unto you. And I pray that whatever I shared today with you, that it impacts your life in some type of way. I pray that you're able to receive this message and move in your life towards your manifestation. I don't necessarily give my email address out. If you want to connect with me, I do have a free consultation. You can go to bit.ly/I need clarity, or you can message me. Either way, you can message me and I'll be more than happy to respond to you from that aspect. Yes, because sometimes I get too much in my email box and it becomes clutter. So please respect that. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. It was a pleasure being in your presence. Be blessed and highly favored. Until next time, I'm Nichelle Womack, signing off for now. Bye-bye. No, I don't do WhatsApp. No, I don't do that. Not at all. You can go to IG, as I mentioned, and you can message me there. I look forward to connecting with you. Sound like you have a bright and prosperous future there. All righty. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.